Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SpeakIn podcast. I'm Ananya from SpeakIn, Asia's largest digital learning platform for professional growth through one on one coaching and group learning lessons. In today's episode, we have a distinguished leader from Singapore who will share their personal corporate journey, insights on leadership, and much more. Our guest today is Dr. Timothy Low. He's a prominent healthcare executive known for his leadership at Singapore's top hospitals. He has served as CEO and board member of Farrer Park Hospital and previously as CEO of Gleneagles Hospital. Dr. Low holds an MD from the National University of Singapore and has executive experience in healthcare investment as head of healthcare investment at Pavilion Capital International, a subsidiary of Temasek Group. His exceptional leadership has earned him numerous accolades, including being named among the 50 most talented healthcare leaders of Asia at the CMO Asia event and the Best CEO of the Year 2017 by the Asia Healthcare Excellence Awards. Under his leadership, Farrer Park Hospital received the Smart Hospital of the Year 2017 and Oncology Service Provider of the Year 2017 as well from the Global Health and Travel Awards. Additionally, he has been honored multiple times by the Asian Hospital Management Awards and received the Icon of Healthcare Award in 2016 for his pioneering work in healthcare technology integration. Welcome to the SpeakIn podcast, sir. It's a pleasure to get the opportunity to connect with you today. To start with, can you please tell us a bit about your career journey and some of the key milestones that have shaped your professional path?
Yes, thank you so much for having me here. I'm glad to be able to contribute. My career journey has been both a diverse and enriching experience, beginning from my medical training and clinical practice. So I transitioned from clinical roles to leadership positions, driven by a passion for healthcare, innovation, as well as patient care. So some of the key milestones include my tenure as the CEO of Farrer Park Hospital, which is the latest private hospital in Singapore, where I led the institution to become a premier healthcare provider in Singapore. Another significant milestone was my role in driving the expansion and the strategic growth of Gleneagles Hospital. It's part of the IHH group of hospitals now. And each of these roles has equipped me with very valuable insights into the healthcare management as well as leadership. And besides these two hospitals that I have been part of, basically I've been in the whole healthcare arena, starting from being a doctor, seeing patients in a clinic, setting up a private clinic, and moving into the pharmaceutical industry, moving into the medical device industry. I set up also the contract research organization, which does clinical trials for new drugs. Yeah, and biotech. Biotech is something that was very interesting for me. So I was in rare disease, where children with genetic conditions, they do not have much treatment availability, and that's an area where I was interested in to make a difference. And then there's an area which I've not done before, and that's capital markets, meaning investment into the healthcare innovations. So that's where I was in Pavilion Capital, part of Temasek, looking at all the innovations around the world to invest in the healthcare innovations.
Lovely. So it's been so interesting learning about your career path and your journey. In terms of a little bit about on the leadership side, what are some of the most important lessons you have learned in your career, and how do you continue to grow and evolve as a leader?
Well, one of the most important lessons that I've learned is the value of adaptability as well as continuous learning. Healthcare is a very dynamic field, and staying updated with the latest trends and the technologies is crucial. And I continue to grow by engaging with the professional industry peers, in my professional development, in courses that I can take, and staying curious about new advancements in healthcare. So embracing this change and being open to new perspectives has always been instrumental in my.
Definitely so. As a recent graduate, I definitely do believe that that's two things that's really important. You really have to be curious and adaptable. Moving forward, what core principles guide your leadership philosophy, and how do you inspire your team to achieve excellence?
Well, my leadership philosophy is grounded in empathy, integrity, and the commitment to excellence. So I believe in leading by example and fostering a collaborative environment where every team member feels valued and empowered. Empowerment is very important. Inspiring my team involves clear communication of the vision that I want, setting very high standards, and providing the support and resources that the team needs to be able to succeed. So I also emphasize the importance of recognizing and celebrating their achievements, no matter how small, because this helps the team to be motivated and continue to be aligned and embrace our goals together.
Definitely so. Very inspiring. Can you share a quote or mantra that inspires you and keeps you motivated?
Hmm, that's an interesting question. Well, one quote that I love and that inspires me daily is something that my mother tends to remind me from time to time. She says, don't change yourself so that more people will like you. Just be yourself so that the right people will value you. So this mantra reminds me of the importance of being authentic and to stay true to my own values, both in my personal as well as my professional.
That's a beautiful quote, sir. In terms of going back to values and principles, what personal values or principles guide your decision-making process, both in a professional and personal life setup?
Again, I will bring you back to integrity, empathy, and a continuous commitment to improve. These are the core values that will guide my decision making. Whether in the professional settings or personal life, I strive to make decisions that will align with these principles, ensuring that my actions are ethical, they're compassionate, and they're forward looking, which is important. I also prioritize transparency and accountability, believing that trust is fundamental to effective leadership. We need to build trust every day. That's what I remind myself every morning when I get up. Build trust every day.
Right, so truly very, very, very important. In terms of a little bit about your role, how do you see the role of HR evolving in the next 5 years, especially in the context of technological advancements and remote work?
The role of HR, as I see, is becoming increasingly strategic, with a focus on leveraging the technology to enhance talent management, employee engagement, and productivity. These three areas are key to an organization, and the HR should play a significant role in this. So, in the next 5 years, HR will likely play a very critical role in managing remote work dynamics. You know, people now say that, can I work from home? So, remote work dynamics is important, ensuring digital proficiency and fostering a culture of continuous learning and development. Additionally, I think HR will need to focus on building a strong organizational culture that can thrive in both the physical as well as the virtual environment.
Really engaging to see how the world is changing. Um, in terms of talking more about your career, who would you say has been the most influential person in your career, and what valuable lesson did you learn from them?
One of the most influential people in my career has been a mentor who has taught me the importance of strategic thinking and resilience. So from them, I learned that challenges are opportunities in disguise, and that a strategic approach can turn these obstacles into stepping stones for success. And this mentor has also emphasized that the importance of maintaining a positive mindset and the perseverance in the face of adversity. So mindset is important. Keep that positivity, go forward.
Right, so very, very important to be positive. I think your mindset plays a pivotal role in whatever you choose to do next. Can you move forward and discuss a significant challenge you face in your career and how you overcame it?
I think a significant challenge I faced was the current pandemic, the COVID pandemic. I was leading the hospital therapy through a major healthcare crisis. I think that's a pandemic involves the whole world. So it is a crisis. So the key to overcoming this challenge was effective crisis management, transparent communication with the relevant stakeholders, and a steadfast focus on patient care and patient safety. So by staying calm, leveraging my team's expertise, making data-driven decisions, we navigated through the crisis successfully. It reinforced the importance of preparedness, flexibility, as well as the ability to make quick yet informed decisions. Actually, thinking back, I was going through both the COVID pandemic and the SARS. I don't know whether SARS was a pandemic. I think that was more like an epidemic in
Yeah.
2003 when I was running Gleneagles Hospital. I had to go through the SARS epidemic. And with Farrer Park Hospital, I went through the COVID pandemic. So in this two crises, it has showed me what I needed to do in terms of crisis management.
Right. Definitely a lot to learn from, and you never know what might come your way.
That's right.
Totally. Um, and lastly, sir, could you please share a defining moment in your personal journey that significantly impacted your career path and your leadership style?
Well, a defining moment in my journey was the decision to transition from clinical practice to healthcare management. And this shift was driven by a desire to impact patient care on a broader scale. And it significantly shaped my leadership style, emphasizing the importance of strategic vision, operational efficiency, and compassionate leadership in healthcare. So, what I would say, empathetic leadership. And this transition has also highlighted the importance of understanding the broader healthcare ecosystem and the need for effective collaborations across the different sectors. So I was from the upstream, meaning uh, in the pharmaceutical industry, looking at new drugs, through to doctors using the drugs, through to me myself as a doctor using the drugs, through to using uh, the medical devices that I was in, and managing two hospitals right through to being a patient myself. So from beginning to the end. And I hope that patients that is under our care will always be having a very good journey and experience in the wellness journey.
It's so lovely to hear about your insights today. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights and experiences with us. Truly means a lot. It was a pleasure to having you on the Speakin' podcast. Stay connected with us for more inspiring conversations with Asia's top leaders. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our social media platforms. Until next time, this is Ananya Sareka signing off. Thank you.